you a man, have a code. There's certain things that you do and do not do. Never sleep with a woman that you don't trust. The easiest way to destroy a man is through a woman. When you walk in somebody else's home, always ask to speak to the man of the house. Okay, it's a sign of respect, and it also shows that you're not scared of confrontation. Do not seek revenge. You're not gonna be able to hit him as hard as God gonna hit him anyways. There's no such thing as an overprotective father. Okay, this world is evil. Do what needs to be done to protect the family. Do not cheat on your girl, married or not. You wanna fuck somebody else? Cool. Break up with her first. She gonna hate you in a moment, but she gonna respect you for not playing with her. If you couldn't crack when she was sober, do not crack when she drunk. A drunk yes, is a sober I don't know. Don't let that go over your heads. Never dirty Mac on another nigga name to get some play. If she wants you, she ain't gonna think about the nigga until after it's done. Go to your local boxing gym, learn how to fight. Okay, after you learn how to fight, then go get a gun, legally. Evil is sitting right outside your doorstep. You must be able to protect what's yours. Get you some mentors, respect the OGs. You do not know everything. Okay, and more often than not, it's more so about who you know than what you know. Never sleep with a married woman. Don't sleep with your coworkers or business partners. Stop risking the bag for some coochie. Never go nowhere that you wasn't invited to. And that's gonna go over a lot of y'all heads because I'm talking about women. I don't give a damn how fine she is. If she don't give you a clear-cut signal, you do not approach. Okay, and even if you approach her and she turn you down, walk away gracefully. Because you know your value don't come from her giving you a chance or not.
Yo, I gotta give it to him. These are on point. Shout out to D the Don on TikTok. I'ma throw one more in there. You can't hang with niggas that'll do anything for coochie. The simps, the thirsty niggas, the dirty macking, niggas with no dick discipline, they cannot be trusted. Do not let them in your circle. I don't care if they are family. Actually, I'd argue that family's probably more likely to betray you and steal from you, because they always come back with that excuse. Come on, man, we family. You gonna let a girl come between me and you? Come on, man, we family. You gonna let a couple dollars come between me and you? Come on, man, it's just money. Come on, we family. You gonna believe them over me? I'm your cousin. I guarantee something like this has happened in your family. Maybe not to you, but somebody in your family did it to somebody else. Tell me I'm lying. I'm not a fan of Charlemagne, and I don't watch The Breakfast Club and all that bullshit. But I did see a clip, and he was saying something like, if you want to know how you be treated, watch how they treat other people. It'll eventually be your turn.
There are certain warning signs that you can see in people that make it very easy to understand if they would betray you or not. Like what? If I see dudes who are desperate to get laid all the time, desperate for women, that's an even bigger warning sign. Because a starving man will do anything for food. A starving man will do anything if there's a buffet ahead of him. When men are desperate for women or desperate to get laid all the time, that's the guy who tries to talk to your ex. That's the guy who tries to talk to girls. I don't like those kind of people. Anyone who's desperate for anything, anyone who shows a lack of emotional regulation, anyone who shows a lack of physical control.
Who has betrayed you the worst?
I'm not going to say names, but I will tell you something about betrayal. I think more kings have lost their kingdoms to treacherous behavior and betrayal than they have to enemy action. I think it's the #1 threat to any man of genuine competence in the world today. And I will say that weak people will always betray you in the end, even if they don't want to. Because weak people simply do not have the capability to resist for long enough to avoid the betrayal. So when you analyze something like betrayal, you have to understand very well nearly everyone you protect and provide for has a limit to which they would eventually betray you. It's funny we just finished talking about women because 99.9% of women will eventually betray you. And I'm not trying to be insulting to women. I'm not trying to be misogynistic. What I'm saying is that women cannot resist like a man can resist. If you put a woman in a room and tell her she does not leave that jail cell until she gives you up, she will give you up faster than your brother. She can't take the heat. She can't take the pressure. She can't take the stress. She's too weak to take it. It's not bad. I'm not calling her a bad person. I'm not insulting her. This is the bottom line. She's just too weak. So when you look at things like betrayal, you have to analyze who betrayed you out of genuine malice and who betrayed you out of a lack of capability. If I'm holding your hand and I'm on the edge of a cliff and you're holding my hand and you hold as long as you can and your arm gives way and I die, is that betrayal or did you do your best? Letting go of me is betrayal. But it's actually quite interesting when I analyze the times I was betrayed. Could these people have even done any better than they did?
Just remember that broke women want men to take care of them because they can't take care of themselves. Remember that newly found religious women have just finished their hoe phase and now they want to settle down and use their manipulation through religion to control you. Insecure women want men that they can control, manipulate, and use. Remember that women that want control, if you have children with them, will also control you through your children. A wounded woman is a woman looking for a father figure because she grew up either with a shitty dad or fatherless. A woman who never respects you will always cheat on you, and there is no exception to this rule. Women that believe that men cannot bring peace, it's because they cannot bring peace themselves. So it actually makes them anxiety driven and insecure about their abilities to bring you peace. So she'll likely bring you chaos. A woman who thinks she's more attractive than you will always belittle you because she thinks that she's below you, and you'll never be treated as equals. A woman who claims that she's in her healing girl era and is bragging about it on the internet or to her friends and family, just remember that it's all for show, because a true person that's healing doesn't need to brag about it. If she lies about small things, she will always lie about bigger things. If she's comfortable with bashing her friends to you, then she's going to be comfortable bashing you to all of her friends and family. A woman who plays the field is not only a hoe, but is also deeply insecure and uses it to feel wanted and needed, and she's likely using you just to feel wanted and needed. A woman who gets mad that men sexualize her, but she sexualizes herself, is the same woman that has rules for thee but not for me mentality. A woman who is screaming at the top of her lungs that men are not the prize, that men are beneath them, that men ain't shit, is the same woman that doesn't understand what a good man is because she's never had a good man in the first place. The type of woman that you need is someone that is submissive, that will listen to your leadership, who wants to grow with you, who wants to build with you, who believes in partnership and loyalty, who will do anything for you and doesn't disrespect you in the process. Okay, bye.
Bro, once you understand female nature, you don't even get mad at them no more. Nothing they say or do will make you upset because you already know. You already know what it is. I promise you, you can see right through they bullshit like you have X-ray vision. It's like a superpower, like in this next clip. Let me break it down.
Listen, all of those manipulation tactics and all that drawing back and trying to be avoided as a form of punishment or as a form of trying to make me spiral out. Surprise, got a new nigga. Like, I hate when a man forces me to show him that I get niggas. Do I look desperate and ugly to you, King?
She truly believes that she's doing these dudes a favor by talking to them. And it's making her upset that these dudes keep pulling back and ghosting her. You see, in her mind, she thinks that they're doing that to try to manipulate her because that's the type of stuff that she does. But men don't operate like that. They don't operate like women. They really don't like her ass.
Fuck is wrong with you? Okay? All I have to do is answer a DM or answer a phone call or unblock a nigga and I can be in Cabo by tomorrow.
I see that? Answer the DM she ignored or unblock the dude she don't want. So either she don't want them niggas or them niggas don't want her.
With a nigga with way more emotion and money than you. Are you dumb? Okay? Act like you were chosen.
But once they get to know her, maybe hit a few times, they're like, nah, this ain't it. And they bounce. And they bounce without even saying anything. You know why? Because she's combative. And they probably know that she ain't going to listen anyways. So what's the point? Save yourself the trouble and just leave. Exit stage left or right, whatever. So she goes on social media, makes a post directed to that dude or dudes, talk a big shit. I get niggas. I'll be in Cabo. But if what she says is true, she'd be in Cabo. They get on these apps and telling themselves all the time. They self-identify, usually as a horrible person. You just have to pay attention.
Don't act like you're needed. Are you dumb? Okay, let's not play that fucking game. I don't like when niggas try to tit for tat with me. You tit, I'm a rat-a-tat-tat. Like, I don't, hey. You know what I mean? Okay? I don't do well with that. I really don't do well with that. Okay? I'm a bad bitch. Always been a bad bitch.
See? I'm telling you, it's a superpower.
And if that girl quick to cut you off and fall back, she's a fucking whore. Real loyal woman gonna catch feelings and cry about this shit.
When you listen to a woman tell you a sob story, assume she's lying to you, because inevitably she likely is. or she's not being 100% honest. How about that? And you need to be ruthless, because at the end of the day, you take the responsibility when shit doesn't work. When things don't work, they go out and blame you. Being ruthless will give you several benefits. One, it will turn off masculine women. Being ruthless is a turnoff to masculine women. They can't stand ruthless men. And it's also chameleon detected. It's chameleon radar. Because so many chameleons out here can play the game, know the buzzwords, but they cannot stand being around men who are ruthless, because eventually they're like, he's going to find out, he's going to find out, he's going to find out. Feminine women don't have a problem with ruthless men. Feminine women love ruthless men. Why? Because if you're ruthless, feminine women look at that as security. Masculine women are repulsed by ruthless men. They look at it as toxicity and all these other things. And this is a good thing. Start being ruthless.
One of the last things you want to do is purposely become a man who imprints women.
Yo, this nigga sound like Denzel.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
I'll explain why. Most men that imprint women do it naturally, and they aren't even aware that they do it. And it's because they possess the same four characters. Natural imprinters are handsome, they're masculine, or have a dangerous edge to them. They're confident and at least decent in the bedroom. Now, these type of guys only make up about 10% of the male population. They're rare, but it's just enough of them for most women to experience a natural imprinter once, maybe twice in their life. Now, once you start talking about purposely becoming an imprinter, this is where things get dangerous. We're talking about the top 1% of the male population. Having the same qualities of a natural imprinter and honing them even more, and then you go add in more qualities on top of it. These are guys who study the art of seduction, psychology, the female anatomy in their fantasy world. You hit completely different territory with that. I'll give you an analogy to make it make sense. It's one thing to naturally be a good fighter, but once you start training to be a black belt, you can no longer participate in street brawls and bar fights. Your hands are weaponized. Once you take the time to purposely become an imprinter, there's a lot of upside to it, and I can go into that on other videos if y'all want me to, but there's downsides as well. And one of the biggest ones is when you become a man that understands women in a world full of men who don't understand women, the trade-off is you have to avoid most women. Not that every woman needs to be your wife, but you have to use your discernment a lot more, because if she doesn't have the qualities for a meaningful long-term connection with you, you have to cut her off, because it only takes about a month or so for you to leave a meaningful long-term imprint on her. And it's bad karma that come with throwing that shit around.
Not having dick discipline is the easiest way to ruin your life. Wars are started, empires are falling. You probably know somebody in jail because he was dealing with some chick that he had no business dealing with. And that karma he's talking about is attracting crazy women, breaking into your house, messing up your car, setting you up to get robbed, or even worse. Y'all know, having discipline is going to save your life.
I'm on the west, right? I see my uncle. I ain't seen him in a minute, but he's some good game. I'm like, tell me something slick. He said, yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you, Lil Doug, I'm gonna tell you about the story about the bird that flew south for the winter, man. He said the bird flying south, man, then they get cold in the mother. He freeze and fall into a field. I'm looking at him. He said, yeah, he fall into a field, man, and then a cow come and on him. The cow comes on him. He get to warming up. He get to feeling himself again. He get to singing and a cat hear him. The cat hear him singing. He gets to investigating it. The cat find out it's a bird over here. He wiped the off him and eat his silly ass. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I wasn't sharp at all. He said, yeah, he wasn't paying attention. I dropped a few gems on you, man. I said, man, what you talking about? He said, man, everybody that on you ain't your enemy, man. And everybody that gets some shit up off you, they ain't your folks. And when you win some sometimes the best thing to do is to just shut your mouth. I said, church.